Hello friends, come on in, it's time for story time again. Not the kind that's for kids, they've got plenty. Let us have something in our crazy adult lives. We can't have fun if we try, so have a seat there on the floor. Settle in to hear some stories. Welcome to Storytime, everyone. Today's theme is Christmas, and in the spirit of the holidays, togetherness, etc., we'll be doing a collaboration with our friends from the children's department, Miranda and Phyllis. So we're going to do our usual stuff with a little help from our friends. It'll be family friendly, and we'll even have some stories exclusively for kids. Hope you enjoy it.
Hello everyone, it's Miss Miranda here to read you a Christmas book. Here you go. It's Christmas is Joy by Emma Dodd. So Christmas is snow upon the ground, the air filled with snowflakes whirling all around. Christmas is giving gifts under the tree and time spent together, just you and me. Christmas is joy that's overflowing. It's sparkling eyes and faces glowing. Christmas is sharing laughter and fun and being with family, old and young. Christmas is happiness, smiles of surprise, the warmth of affection that lights up your eyes. Christmas is kisses and snuggles so tight, a wonderful feeling that everything's right. Christmas is love that lasts all year. It's all of us together here. Christmas is peace, stars twinkling above, a night of sweet dreams in heart full of love. The end.
This holiday season, if you're a joker like I am, you may be tempted to ask for a hippopotamus. But I have a song for you now that might make you rethink that crazy gift wish, and possibly everything. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas, only hippopotamus will do. I don't want a friend or buddy like most folks. I want a hippopotamus just strictly for a joke. I got a hippopotamus for Christmas. I think it's pretty great, well how about you? I don't even need my other silly gifts. It's just as well, cause thanks to my new pal they all got squished. It's a really crazy Christmas present, all of my friends say. But what they don't understand is I'm a complicated man, and my comedic value is just too great. So now a couple weeks have passed since Christmas, and I'm starting to have gifties remorse. No cuddle time, no cute fuzzy smile. I only get lots of stinky piles. What's a hippopotamus owner to do? Hungry, hungry hippos was just a game I thought, but this thing's eating all the food and marbles that I've got. Thought that he'd be cool in my garage, but then he crushed my car because he thinks that it's his special friend. It's a really foolish Christmas present, I will now admit. Oh, my new gigantic pet has proved to be a major test of your boy's commitment to a bit. I regret this hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, Kermit, we've had so many Christmases together.
They've all been wonderful.
What about last year, though?
What happened last year?
You don't remember, Kermit? You bought me those brown shoes that were way too small. I don't know a pig around that those shoes would fit.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me. I'm sorry, Piggy.
That's okay, Kermit. I didn't do so well picking a gift for you either last year. I can't remember exactly what I got you, but I know it wasn't right.
Huh, that's right. You gave me a toothbrush. And you gave me pink earmuffs. Frogs don't have teeth. Don't worry. I gave the earmuffs to Fozzie Bear.
Oh, my goodness, Kermit. That's right. How could I have been so careless? This Christmas, let's really try to think about the other person when we buy gifts, okay?
Okay. Okay, guys, I really need to think about Miss Piggy's gift and what she likes. Should I get her some perfume that smells like swamp in the morning, or maybe some pork rinds? How about some brown mittens? No, those are all wrong for my Piggy. She likes sparkly things, nothing brown. I've got it. Hi-ho! Merry Christmas!
Oh, I'm so excited, Kermit, to see you open your presents. I think I did a really good job picking out your gifts this year.
Me too. You go first.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. I love pink diamonds, Kermit. Oh, wow. And these purple satin gloves. They're perfect. Oh, just my color. And these red heels in my size. Oh, they're just right. Kermit, these are the most thoughtful gifts you've ever given me. Now it's your turn.
Okay, Piggy. A new log? You know I love sitting on a log in the swamp.
Yes, I do. And I knew you needed a new guitar to go with it.
Oh, wow, Piggy. This is amazing. You really do know me.
And there's one more thing. Chocolate-covered grasshoppers for my favorite Christmas frog.
Oh, they're delicious.
Merry Christmas, Kermit.
Merry Christmas, Piggy.
Hello again. It's Miss Miranda, ready to read another one called Click, Clack, Ho, Ho, Ho. So snow is falling, lights twinkle, a few creatures are stirring. It's Christmas Eve. There is a jingle in the air. Farmer Brown stops to listen. Santa is on his way. Who do we have here? Can you see the duck? He's got his night goggles on and he's climbing. Let's see where he goes. There is swooshing up above. Farmer Brown runs to the window. Santa is getting close. But I think it might just be Duck ziplining over to the house. There is a pitter-patter on the roof. Farmer Brown hurries off to bed. Santa is almost here. We have our milk and cookies. I think the pitter-patter was Mr. Duck on the roof, but here we go. Who do you see? Yep. Ho-ho! Uh-oh! Duck is stuck. The sheep go up to unstuck Duck. Ho-ho! Uh-oh! The sheep are stuck. The cows go up to unstuck Duck. Ho-ho! Uh-oh! The cows are stuck. Goodness. The pigs go up to unstuck Duck. Ho-ho! Uh-oh! The pigs are stuck. Whew. They all go up to unstuck Duck. I guess they all zip line over to the roof, huh? We have dog and cat and some goats and our chickens and so a few little mice. What do you think happens? Let's find out. Ho ho! Uh-oh! Everyone is stuck! Oh my gosh. Is it Santa's turn to unstuck Duck? Let's find out. Ho ho! Oh no. Don't be silly. Santa would never get stuck. All right, Santa's going down. Here we go. And there we go. Everybody came out. Everybody's unstuck. There we go. Now all around the tree, the lights warm glow. All the creatures are stirring. Ho, ho, ho. And then you see Santa took Duck's night vision goggles. I don't blame him. I don't think Duck needs those. The end.
Good evening, and welcome to Long Overdue. I'm Sara Stockenstuffer, and tonight we look into the lives of elves. Please welcome Jingles, the elf. Jingles, thank you for taking the time to talk with me tonight.
Gee, well, it's my pleasure. I'm happy to.
Oh, no, Jingles. You don't have to do that here. This interview is about getting to know the real you.
Oh, thanks. That's a relief. Let's do it.
Now, Jingles, how long have you been at Santa's workshop?
It's been about 150 years now.
And where were you before you took the position at the workshop?
I worked for a shoe cobbler for a long time, but those night shifts were rough. I applied to Keebler, but turns out I'm allergic to gluten. It's just as well. I hear that Keebler elves are real Miranda Priestley, if you know what I mean.
How did you find out about that position at Santa's workshop?
Everything's on social media these days, but me, I'm old school. I hit up my cousin Vito. He knew a guy in management, put in a good word for me.
I think people would enjoy hearing about a typical day at Santa's workshop. Can you paint us a word picture?
You know, it's not all candy and toys. We have long days, and you have to wear good shoes or you won't make it in this business. It's tough to find a shoe with an elf-grade point and a supportive arch, but my old cobbler boss, he hooked me up. The work's really different depending on what department you're in. You might be working in research and development for new toys or assembling toys that pass in the production phase. You may be testing toys that are released and troubleshooting problems. Stress levels in our safety department can be very high. We miss a faulty toy and BAM! Santa's facing a lawsuit.
I see. That must be hard. Now, how would you describe the culture of the people working, or the elves working at Santa's workshop?
We work hard and we got each other's backs. We're family. We got a saying. When you're in the workshop, you're family. You may have heard Olive Garden say that, but those minestrone heads stole it from us!
Now, dwarves, are known to whistle while they work. But from what I understand, elves are more likely to sing and dance while they work. Does Santa permit that kind of behavior in the workshop?
Voice, let me say that is true about dwarves. Always with the whistling. Santa don't mind singing and dancing, but me personally, that's another story. You see, my father and his father were from a small town in the Midwest that didn't allow dancing. I didn't see an elf dance till I was living in Chicago.
Every workplace has its hazards, but how dangerous is your job at Santa's workshop? Are there OSHA regulations in place?
Glitter in the eyes is a real common problem, and electric trains can catch fire if not wired properly. Working long hours to meet the Christmas demand can make an elf lose focus, and that's no good. A distracted elf is an injured elf. Case in point, these ain't my original ears.
Very good. Okay. The EU, Elf Union. Are you a member?
Oh yeah, every elf should be a member of EU. Santa's a good guy, but elves need unions too. For example, EU mandates 3 candy cane breaks per day, but as we get closer to Christmas, the big guy leans on us to limit it to 2. EU makes sure.
What can you tell us about the reindeer?
Huh! Well, I wouldn't want a position in the stables, I can tell you that!
I see.
Ho ho ho!
What do you think about these elves on the shelves?
We've been telling Santa for years now we need some guys on the inside. You know, the naughty and nice list is on an app now, but we still need the intel. So now we've deployed thousands of our guys to see what's really going on. Those shelf elves work hard, but what impresses me most is how they don't lose their elfish stints of whimsy. You can see them all over the internet lifting marshmallow dumbbells and dropping little Hershey's Kisses while on the job. I could see how that could be construed as goofing off, but to me, they're heroes.
Jingles, what advice would you give a young elf who is aspiring to do what you do?
First of all, I'd say watch and learn from the best. Buddy, Hermie, Bernard, Legolas. The last one's a whole different kind of elf, obviously, but that's a Hall of Fame caliber elf right there. Real dreamboat, too. Secondly, develop a disciplined meditation practice. Get in touch with your higher elf. Finally, and this is the most important thing, be yourself. That'll get you where you want to go. How you think I got here? By just being Jingles, baby. I'm Jingles all the way.
Thank you, Jingles. I'm Sara Stockenstuffer for Long Overdue. Stay classy, Benbrook.
Hey y'all, I wanted to share a snippet of a piece of David Sedaris' Holidays on Ice. I have it on my Kindle, but if it were a physical book, it would look like this. Sort of. So the little piece I want to read is from David Sedaris' Santaland Diaries, which was published as a standalone, I believe, and it's also included in the book Holidays on Ice. It's about his experiences as a Macy's elf. And so it's cleaned up a little bit. It's not really offensive, but it's not really for kids. So if they want to skip that part, this part, that would be totally fine. Here we go. I photo-elfed all day for a variety of Santas, and it struck me that many of the parents don't allow their children to speak at all. A child sits upon Santa's lap and the parents say, "All right now, Amber, tell Santa what you want. Tell him you want a baby alive and My Pretty Ballerina and what winter coat you saw in the catalog." They talk through the entire visit, placing words in the child's mouth. When the child hops off the lap, the parents address the children each and every time with, "What do you say to Santa?" Child says, "Thank you, Santa." It's sad because you'd like to believe that everyone is unique, and then they disappoint you every time by being exactly the same. asking for the same things, reciting the exact same lines as though they had been handed a script. All the adults ask for a gold card or a BMW, and they rock with laughter, thinking they're the first person brazen enough to request such pleasures. Santa says, "I'll see what I can do." Couples over the age of 50 all say, "I don't want to sit on your lap, Santa. I'm afraid I might break it." How do you break a lap? How do so many people get the idea to say the exact same thing? I went to a store on the Upper West Side. This store is like a museum of natural history where everything is for sale. Every taxidermic or skeletal animal that roams the earth is represented in this shop, and because of that, it is popular. I went with my brother last weekend. Near the cash register with a bowl of glass eyes. Here the cash register was a bowl of glass eyes and a sign reading, "Do not hold the glass eyes up against your own eyes. The rough stem can cause injury." I talked to the fellow behind the counter and he said, "It's the same thing every time. First they hold up the eyes and then they go for the horns. I'm sick of it." It disturbed me that, until I saw the sign, my first impulse was to hold those eyes up to my own. I thought it might be a laugh riot. All of us take pride and pleasure in the fact that we're unique. But I'm afraid that when all is said and done, the police are right. It all comes down to fingerprints. There was a big Sesame Street Live extravaganza over at Madison Square Garden, so thousands of people decided to make a day of it and go straight from Sesame Street to Santa. We were packed today, absolutely packed, and everyone was cranky. Once a line gets long, we break it up into 4 different lines, because anyone in their right mind would leave if they knew it would take over 2 hours to see Santa. 2 hours! You could see a movie in 2 hours. Standing in a 2-hour line makes people worry they're not living in a democratic nation. People stand in line for 2 hours and they go over the edge. I was sent into the hallway to direct the second phase of the line. The hallway was packed with people, and all of them seemed to stop me with a question. Which way to the down escalator? Which way to the elevator? The patio restaurant, gift wrap, the women's restroom, trim a tree. There was a line for Santa and a line for the women's bathroom. And one woman, after asking me a dozen questions already, asked, "Which is the line for the women's bathroom?" I shouted that I thought it was the line with all the women in it. She said, "I'm going to have you fired." I had 2 people say that to me today. "I'm going to have you fired." Go ahead, be my guest. I'm wearing a green velvet costume. It doesn't get any worse than this. Who do these people think they are? In the maze, on the way to Santa's house, you pass spectacles, train sets, dancing bears, the candy cane forest, and the penguins. The penguins are set in their own icy wonderland. They were built years ago, and they frolic mechanically. They stand outside their igloo and sled and skate and fry fish in a pan. For some reason, people feel compelled to throw coins into the penguin display. Can't figure it out for the life of me. They don't throw money at the tree of gifts, or the mechanical elves, or the mailbox of letters, but they empty their pockets for the penguins. I asked what happens to that money, and the manager told me that it's collected for charity, but I don't think so. Elves take the quarters for the payphone, housekeeping takes the dimes, and I've seen visitors, those that aren't throwing money, I've seen them scooping it up as fast as they can. I was working the exit today. I'm supposed to say, "This way out of Santaland," but I can't bring myself to say it, as it seems like I'm rushing people. They wait an hour to see Santa, they're hit up for photo money, and then someone's hustling them out. I say, "This way out of Santaland, if you've decided maybe it's time for you to go home. You can exit this way if you feel like it." We're also supposed to encourage people to wait outside while the parent with money is paying for a picture. If you're waiting for someone to purchase a photo, wait outside the double doors. I say, if you're waiting for someone to purchase a picture, you might want to wait outside the double doors where it is pleasant and the light is more flattering. I had a group of kids waiting this afternoon, waiting for their mom to pay for pictures. And this kid reached into his pocket and threw a nickel at me. He was maybe 12 years old, and he threw his nickel and it hit my chest and fell to the floor. I picked it up, cleared my throat, and handed it back to him. He threw it again, like I was a penguin. So I handed it back and he threw it higher, hitting me in the neck. I picked up the nickel and turned to another child and said, "Here, you drop this." He examined the coin, put it in his pocket, and left. And that's just a snippet. Do yourself a favor, read the whole thing.
We're not actors.
We're not. We just work at the library.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big old mess.
Didn't want to pay for acting classes. Look where that got you.
Stay classy, Benbrook. I see Lori's legs over there.
Those elves work hard. Woik. They work hard.
We're gonna have some good outtakes.
It won't stop. I'm trying to pause it.
Did you hit the stop button?
I'm hitting it.
Oh, it's not touchscreen.